From the BCC studios here in Paramus, New Jersey, this is the Soundhouse. Join me, your host, Tyler G. Daniels, for We Got Music, Sweeney with the entertainment news, Daniel Patrick Sheridan with the They All Die at the End movie reviews, our very brand new Ain't Nobody Got Time for That segment, Weenie's Viral Videos, our Miles a Minute segment, and Weenie gets to unveil this week's Weenie of the Week.
And don't forget, Greg, I'm here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Hi, Greg. We're just going to let you chill this
Denver
afternoon.
Nuggets are doing pretty good.
Okay, well...
Damn, Greg, you sound better than last week.
Well, welcome to the Soundhouse, everybody. Let me introduce you around to our round table. Right across from me is Weenie.
Hello.
Hello. Right diagonally from me is Miles.
Hi, Miles.
Hello.
Sitting behind Miles is me, Greg.
That's right. Hello, Greg.
I always want to follow, brother,
Hey,
don't
what's
you?
And right next to me is our man, Daniel Patrick Sheridan.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. All right.
That's his way of burping.
Yeah. A lot of carbonation in my throat.
Hi,
So-
Chris.
Hi, Miles.
I love my weenie.
How you doing?
So, how many more days until your birthday,
Until
Weenie?
my birthday, I think there is 2 weeks. Today is the 17th. 17 plus 7 is
You got 2 weeks,
14.
babe.
14.
So that's 2 weeks, exactly
Yeah,
2 weeks
it's 2
from now.
weeks.
2
2
weeks.
weeks
Cool,
from
you can
now, I'll be
add.
21 years old.
Who else can add? ESPN.
That's fascinating, Greg.
Yo, Greg, what happened?
Absolutely fascinating.
Greg, what happened to you this week in sports?
All right, this week in sports, we had Boston Marathon, and that's about it that happened in sports.
Nah, man. What's up with
The Knicks and
the Nets and the Knicks?
the Knicks and the Lakers.
Yeah, well,
The Seattle window panes,
well, we all know the Knicks.
14-7.
Ooh, that is sad.
Just broke my pencil.
He giving out football
Greg, I
scores.
don't really care about your pencil.
Well, this is a pretty sentimental pencil to me.
Well, speaking of sports, guys, I actually got a job with my old high school announcing baseball.
All right.
Really?
Yep.
Announcing baseball?
Yeah, at first it was just a volunteer gig because they always wanted me for Saturday games.
Yeah.
So it was just volunteer on that basis. But then the coach really liked what I was doing. So now he's like, hey, can you try to make all our home games? I'm like, sure, if you pay me. He's like, all right, how's 20 a game? I'm like, that's excellent.
Sweet.
And you
Yeah.
think they let me sit in with you?
Absolutely,
I
Miles.
can call a game.
Yeah, I can tell you what's going on.
I can hear a foul ball.
Can you catch it?
It all depends which way it's going. Now, if it's going towards Weenie, I'll step right in front.
There you
Thank
go.
you, Miles.
This
Every
is
man
what
should
I
be
did
like
the-
Miles.
Like, they call it a narration. I did wrestling.
Yeah.
I never got paid.
So,
You did
Stan,
wrestling?
Well, I did like the announcing, I guess it's called.
Yeah, the announcing's
I
Did
was-
you do it all funny, like all animated
Like,
and
no, it was
stuff?
weird because we got to like the weights and crap. And like 137, and be like jumping up and down. You ready to rumble?
Did you really do that?
No, I didn't do. No, I
Damn.
wanted to, but then I'm not gonna go into that.
Yeah, man, you're supposed to go with the
It's all
flow.
just like politics, Dan, right?
Oh,
yeah. You got
so
it, Greg.
Dan, how you feel about doing that, Dan? The sports thing.
It would really be a dream job for me if I could actually do that. If I could do, like, some sports on the side,
Yeah, it look good on your
anything,
resume.
anything related to sports, I'd be happy with.
It look good on your resume.
Very true, very true. All right, well, I think we're gonna head to our first song of the evening. This week's theme is title tracks from hit albums. And let's see, can anyone name a hit Aerosmith album?
Greatest hits.
There you go. No, there was no greatest hits. No,
Okay,
not
I
like
got
that.
one for you.
What?
The one he made the most money off.
Aerosmith, the early
It's
years.
probably true. But this is the title track from their hit album, Toys in the Attic.
Who added
story,
the end
bro.
though?
Let's hear it.
In the attic.
Okay, we are back here on the Soundhouse. That was, of course, Aerosmith with their title track from their hit album, Toys in the Attic. Okay, let's see what we got our first up. Oh,
I ain't
our
hearing about
favorite
no
segment.
toy.
Guys, guess what our favorite segment is that's coming up? Miles a Minute.
That sounds like me. Why a minute? Why I can't get 50 seconds?
All right, let's see. I think our friend Greg has our first question for Miles.
All right, Miles, if
Yes,
you
sir.
were on the Knicks, would they be
Yes.
doing better or worse with you on the team?
Both.
Put a minute on that clock.
Well, without me, they'd be better off, man, because all I do is just take up space.
Better
But I'd
off
be-
like
I'd
maybe
be
like
one hell of a
7-5 or
benchwarmer.
like a 8-3, you know.
Say that again?
Greg,
why you laughing?
Keep it together. Greg's just laughing.
Yo, Dan, quiet. Greg's talking.
I was just saying, like, would you be doing like 7 to 5 better, or like 8 to 3,
1 to 10.
or like a 12 to 1 kind of deal?
Yeah, well, I'll put it like this. If I get a
Denver
chance to
Nuggets.
shoot a foul shot, I'll be lucky if I hit the rim. But other than that, I'd rather be a bench warmer because I'm not a basketball player.
Hey,
And
towel
besides,
boy.
I think they do better
part
off
2,
without me.
what if I was on? What if I, Greg?
Well, you'd be better off in a cheerleader, Greg. I saw your game. I heard your outfits, but
Because
cheerleader,
I'm a
man,
redhead?
not even that. Just plain messed up, Greg.
All right. All right, Greg, thank you so much for that question.
no problem.
We have
So
plenty
And
more.
take a breath mint while you're at it, Greg.
We have plenty more miles
All
and
right.
minutes coming up. But right
3 to
now,
62.
we have Weenie with our entertainment news segment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we all know the comedian Kevin Hart, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
There you go.
Is that his
Wow.
real name?
He is still laughing after his confirmed DUI in California on Sunday at 4:30 in the morning. He was pulled over for erratic speeding and almost hit a gas tanker truck. And then he was arrested after failing his sobriety test. And he's on $5,000 bail bond, and then he was released that night. And he discussed it on Twitter by tweeting things like, I did 6,000 push-ups and 13,000 sit-ups while I was in the pin. Shout out to my cellie, Mark. We exchanged war stories, LMFAO. When the cop asked me to take the sobriety test, I said, why waste your time? I'm drunk, man. # true story. Now, I don't think that's that funny.
So is
at
this
all.
a publicity stunt, or he just like playing stupid?
I guess he's playing it off.
stupid.
Yeah,
If
he's
it
playing it
didn't
off.
actually
He's
happen-
playing it stupid.
Yeah, he
That's
got
part
a
of his,
DUI,
like,
and he's
stand-up
making
routine.
a joke of it.
It would have been funny if it didn't actually happen, but he's putting people's lives at risk by drunk driving.
Yeah,
what they
like, you know,
should've
there's
did-
so many
I
like
gotcha.
people
You know what
out
they
there
should've
who
did?
think
His
Kevin Hart
odds
is
from
the
like
man.
4 to 2 to like his death
This
is
is what
like
they should have
ratio of
did
like
to him. When
5.
they locked him up,
New York
they
Knicks.
should have put him in a room, showing him a video of people getting crashed and killed. Like, it's so funny.
I don't know. It's just not responsible of him to start tweeting
Exactly.
stupid stuff like that.
Up there making jokes or
what
something like
Steelers.
that. You know how many people out there died from that stuff?
You know what his dad would have said if he had to come pick him up?
What?
You're gonna learn today. All right, what's the next story?
Rumors have been floating around the internet and getting everyone really hyped that NBC is bringing back the TV show Friends.
So excited.
But the show's co-creator Martha Kaufman, who first heard the rumor by overhearing it at a conversation in a bar, she says that it's totally not happening. She said a movie reunion isn't happening and it will never happen. So we can't hold our breath waiting for it to
Is it
happen,
true?
because it won't happen.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but a lot of people, especially people, had a lot of problem with that movie when Friends when it first came out because they haven't shown nobody, no black Spanish people
Really?
on the
I
show.
didn't know that. It is all white people.
It's really disappointing it's not coming back. It's like the Nets, you know?
I think it's corny.
I always disliked Friends until recently. I don't know why it started getting interesting to me.
Usually shows, it takes them more. Like Big
A long
Bang
time.
Theory.
Oh, Big
Was
Bang?
that-
No, I still don't like that show.
Was that?
Why?
But it wasn't
Bang.
as popular when, like first 2 seasons, right?
No, I don't think so.
It just
I think-
exploded. Like I guess the third.
Yeah, it was doing pretty good. It got like a lot of good reviews and stuff, and then it really took off.
They got
like
some
the
stupid
third or
names
fourth
for them.
season.
They got stupid names for the show. How I Met Your Mother.
Well, that's a great show.
Yeah,
but there's also some other
don't
things that aren't so
smack that
popular
show.
on television. Of course, Family Guy managed to get in trouble over the Boston shootings. I mean, not shootings.
Yeah, I heard about that.
explosions.
What's the deal behind that?
Fox had to pull a recent episode from their website and sites like Hulu because after the original episode aired on March 17th, it showed Peter and a sports announcer talking about Peter's run in a marathon and a terrorist plotting to blow up a bridge. And on some websites, the episode was edited to make it seem as though the explosion happens at the marathon, which was completely inaccurate and led to people saying that there was a conspiracy that Family Guy predicted the shooting, which is ridiculous.
Right.
Well, this came from Channel 5, Fox News. You said?
Yeah, and Seth MacFarlane was pissed, tweeting, "The edited Family Guy clip currently circulating is abhorrent. The event was a crime and a tragedy."
Yeah, I was gonna
See,
say
Fox-
I follow
They always,
McFarlane.
they
Yeah.
always, they
Yeah.
always
It's like
got.
one of the only people I follow, and
They always
yeah.
doing something stupid anyway, because even with the election, with the president election, all that stupid stuff they be talking, putting out there. untrue stuff like that. Now, why would they want to do something like that, especially after a tragedy like this?
I don't know.
happened?
People are just do everything they can to get attention over something
Yeah, well,
like that.
they're going about it the wrong way. That's what's wrong with society now.
Yeah.
You need to wake up and realize this is serious.
Right. Well, we got the results from the MTV Movie Awards. They were held this week, and we got the winners and the losers. Best on-screen duo went to Mark Wahlberg and Seth MacFarlane for Ted.
All right.
Okay.
Best male and female performance and best kiss went to Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper for Silver Linings Playbook.
Oh, nice.
And my favorite best hero went to Bilbo Baggins from The Hobbit.
Bieber Boggins.
And comedic genius went to Will Ferrell, of course. Breakthrough performance went to Rebel Wilson of Pitch Perfect, and that also won the best musical moment. And the best fight scene in movie of the year went to Marvel's The Avengers.
Yeah, well,
The best fight.
makes sense.
Yeah, so I don't know. I haven't watched the MTV Movie Awards since I was like 12, so I haven't even seen any of those movies. But what about you guys? What do
All
you
you need
think?
to know is Mac Wahlberg's down there.
Yeah.
First of all, they
Mac
sound.
Wahlberg.
I didn't feel like seeing Ted for some reason.
Say hello to your mother for me, okay?
They don't
It's an
sound. They
SNL
don't
skit, Mark
catch it.
Wahlberg. Oh my God, great.
sound like no tough movies.
All right.
Say hello to your mother for me, okay?
And that's about
Well,
it.
that's it for entertainment news?
Yeah, today wasn't too. I mean, this week wasn't so exciting.
All right.
Of course not.
Well, now we're going to transition. We're going to stay in the entertainment field. We're going to transition over to Daniel Patrick Sheridan for the They All Die at the End movie review.
I love the smell
Somebody
of
dying
napalm in the
again,
morning.
Dan?
You talking to me? My mom always said.
You can't handle the truth. Show you the money. Go ahead. Make my
Life
day.
was like a box of chocolates.
I ate his liver.
You never know what you're going to get.
Whoa, damn.
It's They All Die at the End with Daniel Patrick Sheridan.
Okay, what two movies came out this week, Dan?
All right, we have Scary Movie 5 and 42.
42
Of course,
and-
you guys know the original 4 Scary Movies.
Yes.
So awesome.
3 was
Totally
the best.
awesome.
3 was the best.
You got
I don't
superhero
know.
movie,
The first
epic
3
movie.
were the best. Well, epic, yeah, those all suck. Now we're just
it-
desperate to.
this was more along the lines of epic movie, disaster movie.
They all suck.
Those were horrible.
Yeah, that. There were certain parts of this where just like I was crying, but like as a whole, it just there was no fluidity.
No, I wouldn't
yeah,
expect
right?
The
any.
other ones, but like
Yeah.
scary movies,
What you
1,
mean?
2, and 3, they all had like a plot. This one just kind of ignored that.
They
completely.
threw it, like, they just threw in a movie they're making fun of, and then they just kind of played
Right,
it.
and I didn't think that scary movies could be too over the top, but this one
Is
kind of
this
was.
crying you did was like a funny crying or like an emotional crying?
Oh, this was an emotionally happy crying.
Yeah, it was.
So I
that-
was rooting for them. You know, I want this to be funny.
Yeah.
It wasn't for like the first 45 minutes, and then they bring out an ape and like this nun, not nun. I'm sorry, the maid, and
Where'd you get none from?
nun maid. You know,
So what kind of number you give it on a 1 to 10 scale?
1 to 10 scale. Well, unfortunately, Miles, we don't rate them on this show. You can go.
You can go to I like numbers. We can go over like Pittsburgh Steelers and Mets, their matchup at the Grand Prix next
Greg, shut up! Let Dan talk.
Yeah, Greg. Gosh. Anyway, let's see. It was 85 minutes long, so pretty short, as were the others. PG-13, which,
Is it worth seeing if you can get it for free?
Exactly.
if you want to sneak in, yeah.
If somebody
but
sell it to
I would wait for DVD if you.
If
No, I'm
somebody
saying
sells it
like,
to you on the street,
yeah, if
you
it was
can
like
buy
on
it?
TV or
Not
something.
movie worthy, but television worthy, yeah. All right, so the ending of this movie, Anna Faris, which I was excited, she makes a
Oh, I love
cameo
her.
at the end as
she
the
does.
villain, which was pretty cool. I like that. So they brought her back. That was good.
That's good.
It would have been amazing if she had stayed as the protagonist, but
Yeah, it wasn't Ashley Tisdale as the protagonist.
you're right. Yeah,
Why didn't-
where is she from?
She's from High School Musical.
The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Oh, maybe that's where. Yeah, she
Candy
does
Girl.
Phineas Ferb.
Yeah,
one of the
she
voiceovers.
has a voiceover for that.
So what's,
Yeah.
so what this movie was about?
Scary Movie 5.
Yeah, tell me
Yeah.
about the ending.
Oh, that was the ending. Anna Faris making the.
All right.
Yes. Moving on to 42, an hour and 2 hours, 8 minutes. It's a biography about Jackie Robinson. who we know broke the barrier in an all-white baseball league,
Right.
the MLB, to the
Okay.
Dodgers.
Yeah, we know the story.
Harrison Ford. And then in 1943, so Harrison Ford was, I thought, incredible.
Yeah,
For
I
the
didn't know
first-
that he was Branch Rickey.
For the first
until
10
like the
minutes,
day
I
it
was
came
like,
out.
is this him? Because I had to like kind of second guess myself.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Did a great job.
Do
But
you know
Greg-
Larry
but
Doby?
Greg-
You ever heard of Larry Doby?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Larry
I have.
Doby. Yeah,
That's my mother's nephew.
really.
Yeah. He was the first. I think he was the first one in the American League, black one in the American League.
That sounds right. Because then he
Yeah.
play for Cleveland or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
But Greg, since you like sports, do you want to see this movie?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, 42. It's got numbers. It's got sports. Right up my alley.
Perfect.
Wow,
All right.
Greg,
All
is
right.
that all you care about?
That's where he at now. In
Greg's
the
got a
alley.
little OCD, maybe. Liking those numbers a bit too much.
Alley.
All right.
Right, so
Well, what happens at the end of this one, Dan?
the ending
As
of
if we
this
don't know.
movie, they really don't do much with it. They kind of, he breaks the barrier. They don't even go to him really ending the season. It just takes place within maybe 3 months, and they just kind of cut it off right,
Right.
there.
They kind of go through like the adverse situations with
Right.
him going
With
into
him
the
and,
South and
Going
So
this, that, and the other.
Pittsburgh, the manager there kept on, I'm not going to say it over here, but
Of course not.
Did they show that?
yeah.
Did they
You
show a
can't
lot
repeat
of?
much from this movie. You can't really quote it too well. All right, so which ending do you think was...
Oh, excuse me for a minute, Dan. Did they show a lot of racism toward them with the other teammates, or?
Did they
was
show a
just
lot of
like-
racial detours?
Yeah, like they just skip right through everything.
In focus, it was not really about him as a player, it was him as a person more.
You're right.
So they focus
Oh,
on
okay.
more the emotional impact of segregation.
All right, well, let's take a vote.
All right, so who died at the end? Scary Movie 5, Anna Faris making a cameo at the end.
Scary Movie 5 is my vote.
I don't think that
They all died
Anna
at the
Faris.
end.
I don't think Anna Faris showed up.
You don't think Anna Faris? So you think that 42 was just about 3 months of Jackie Robinson's life?
Yeah, I guess.
That's it.
I'd say 42, because when you look at stuff like that, it gives you time to think about life in general
Right.
and what people have to go through. You know, the sad things we have to go through life. You know, just to fit in.
And
So,
I'm
that's
going to
my
say
opinion.
that 42 is a fake ending because, like, I'm a huge sports guy, you know, and, like, it's messed up. They're not going all the way through.
Oh,
All right,
Well,
so
what's the real
we're
ending?
2-2 maybe? All right, the real ending was 42, Scary Movie 5. Anna Faris wasn't in it. Ah!
She was or
It
wasn't?
was not.
Right, okay, so I
No.
win.
Yeah, it just ends, they like throw like a demon off a cliff and...
So nothing to be
it's
scared about.
kind of fun.
Yeah, I figured Anna Faris was too good for Scary Movie 5.
Yeah, I know. I think she's done enough for that
What
franchise.
about Carrie? That's a scary movie. Her head twisted around. Let's see some of that.
Right over the head with that one.
All right. Well, that's
Jokes
all.
from 1942.
Well, that's all for Daniel Patrick Sheridan's movie review. Thank you for taking the time
Thank
to see
you,
these
DPS.
movies. Let's see.
my pleasure.
Of course.
Yeah, just make sure you see some better ones next week.
All right. Well, we're gonna head into
Maybe
our
watch sports instead.
next song. It's a,
No more drinks for Greg.
okay. Let's see. This is from Billy Joel. This is a title track from I think his last studio album that he ever did. It's called "The River of Dreams," and we'll be right back here on the Soundhouse.
So, what's up on Dan?
All right, we are back here on the Soundhouse. That was, of course, Billy Joel's hit single "River of Dreams" from the 1993 album "The River of
Chicago
Dreams."
Bulls.
In the middle of the night.
Yeah, yep. We love that song. Okay, let's see. I think we're gonna go around the table. We're gonna see. I think some people have some things to share. Christine,
some
what were you
emotions.
saying before about the 12
Yeah,
foods
I'm just
that?
looking around, and you know how summer is approaching. We're all getting ready for the beach,
It
right?
is? I thought winter
Right.
was next.
So we're getting our beach bodies ready, right? Mm-hmm. Right, Miles?
I ain't got no body like that, but I'm beached up though.
I don't think I need to work on my body that much.
Well, I have
think
some.
it's nice.
I have some food
You know who works on their
news.
body? Alex Rodriguez.
Nah, that's illegal.
Food. Weenie, food,
Yes,
please.
yes, food, because it's dinner time and we don't have any. So let's talk about food.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do when you're hungry. Talk
Yeah.
about food.
Well, I have good news about chocolate.
Chocolate.
It's nasty stuff, but go on.
You don't like chocolate?
No, I hate it.
Well, all right then. So,
I don't have a soul, I'm sorry.
Tell me about some
in
chocolate.
the University of Warwick, they have done an experiment on chocolate, and they found a way to cut its fat content in half.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By instead of using like buttermilk and regular milk and cocoa butter and stuff like that. They use apple, orange juice, and cranberry juice in hue of that.
Wow.
And yeah, so it actually cuts the fat content literally in half, but it still has its nice silky texture.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Chocolate is silky?
Yeah.
It's not like a fabric? This
Just we're
chocolate
gonna keep
is
screw you.
100% cotton.
You don't belong to the chocolate conversation. But it does still have it still has the same amount of sugar in it because fruits obviously still have sugar in them.
Yeah.
But it does have less saturated fat, so that's awesome.
That is good.
Yeah. And now I also have some interesting news about foods that we think are healthy but aren't really healthy. Yeah.
Watch
Granola. Granola isn't healthy for you as much as it comes out to be because it's all nuts and seeds and stuff.
Man, I eat
Oh,
those
yeah?
like 9 times
A
day.
granola bar?
I love granola, I really do, yeah. But it's really loaded with fat and sugar and calories because it's got all the sugar that brings it together, and it has all dried fruit is actually almost like 3 times the amount of calories as regular fruit.
Okay.
God, I don't eat that.
Yeah. Well, I love granola, so you gotta watch your granola intake. And also vitamin water. Vitamin water is
That-
full of just like artificial stuff.
Oh, yeah?
And yeah.
You know,
You
I
guys
used
actually
to,
like that?
No, I
That's
don't at all.
nasty.
It's disgusting.
I used to drink that when I did track my junior year of high
It's
school.
practically like drinking soda, so it's a
It
total.
is.
Yeah.
Right.
Same with muffins. Muffins aren't the best breakfast food or snack food.
But they're good, so I'm gonna still
Bread
eat them.
muffin.
Yeah, no.
Even a brand muffin?
They could no, definitely, yeah. They yeah, they carry about 500 calories and 26 grams of fat on average. Yeah.
Black muffin.
Even if you got like a whole grain, it'd still be about 375, which is pretty nasty. And surprise, surprise, cold cuts aren't good for you either.
Damn.
Eat fresh
man.
meat.
Yeah.
Don't eat meat at all.
There go my
Turkey's
hot
still
molly
okay,
chicken
though.
Wait,
sandwich.
that's just that's just a vegan plug
Nitrates and
coming from a
nitrates and
vegan.
nitrates, and it's really salty. You and your sodium.
Definitely not. A lot
Exactly.
of salt in it. Even breasts. I mean,
Breasts are good.
no, I'm talking about turkey
Me
breasts.
some breasts.
No, actually, speaking of turkey, Burger King's new turkey burger also isn't as healthy as it makes it seem. So don't try
Oh
it.
man.
But their veggie burger is really good.
All right.
So come to the dark side and be a vegetarian. That's all I
You got
got.
veggie
Watch your
burgers?
weight and let's get hot for summer.
Okay. Well, Christine, thank you very much for those health tips.
You got
a lot
it.
to keep in mind. But I think right now we're going to go into our brand new segment. We introduced this last week. It's Daniel Patrick Sheridan's Ain't Nobody Got Time for That segment.
Yay.
All right. All right, so this week, I don't know if you guys have heard what Justin Bieber said.
Yes.
He went to the Anne Frank Museum in Amsterdam, and there's a guest book there. And he wrote, "Truly inspiring to be able to come here. Anne was a great girl. Hopefully, she would have been a believer."
I'm pretty sure Justin Bieber does not care as much as he wants the public to think about Anne Frank.
Right. Which a lot of people are mad about. 'Cause
A lot of people
you
are
can take
pissed
that
about it.
really either way.
Yeah, it's kind of a pretentious thing to say.
Very.
It is,
You know,
yeah.
if
Sometimes I guess they figure they can say what they want to say.
I guess it would have been like I don't know. I guess he would have had a sense of humor to say that, but it was very.
It really
it was
wasn't
very
funny at
obnoxious
all.
to write it down in a guest book. If he would have said it as like a statement, it probably would have come across differently. But since he wrote it in a guest book for other people to see at a
Exactly.
museum like that, that kind
That's
of
very
rubs people the wrong
pretentious.
way.
It's very pretentious.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know.
Well.
Great word,
All right,
Dan.
so let's see
Yeah,
what
yeah.
the students here at BCC had to say.
Yes, let's hear it.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Truly inspiring to be able to come here. Anne Frank is a great girl. Hopefully, she would have been a believer.
I think that's really stupid and ridiculous and rude.
You know what? I can't believe he said that. The guy's messed up. I don't know what his problem is, but it's all about him. It's kind of a serious place he should be going to, and it's kind of disrespectful, in my opinion.
Seriously? Flipping me out because of that?
So you don't think people should care that
No, not at all.
this historical figure is being called a...
Well, this is a true story.
This is a true story, yeah.
How do you?
I don't know, it's all true. You can look it up right now.
No.
How do you feel about that?
Yo, she's deaf, dumb, and blind. I think she'd be real into that Bieber jive.
You're actually referring to Helen Keller?
Helen Keller and Frank, they both dead. You're Justin Bieber, better believe I'm gonna shove my foot right up his ass.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got
Well,
time for that.
Yeah, so really, nobody ain't got time for that.
No one got time
yeah,
for
really.
that.
Everyone was too busy to make a comment on that. I think everyone's looked past him.
Especially the guy who had his shoe somewhere in my man's behind. Who was wanting to kick him.
Well, Miles, hold that thought, because I think right now we're going to go to another Miles a Minute segment.
That guy again?
All right, I think I got a question for you, Miles.
Bring it on.
Let's say a TV station came up and offered for you to do a show. What would your show be about?
Comedy.
Expand upon that.
I like to make people laugh, and I feel like if you make people laugh, they feel a whole lot better.
What would the premise of the show be? Like, where would you be?
Comedy.
A sitcom? Would it be a comedy drama? Who would you have in it?
I would try to make a comedy drama, like Bernie Mac was, you know.
All right. Where you're raising 3 kids that aren't yours?
Bernie Mac?
Raising kids, and this way I could.
Are you gonna raise Snooki's kid?
Yeah.
It all depends on
I think a good
Snooki.
LeBron James
As long as you don't
should
bring no
raise them.
man home. Then again, Snooki's not bad. I probably would. I wouldn't mind hanging out with her, see where her head is at.
That's a great move, Miles.
Yeah.
You're a good
I
man.
like that. Now, would you try to teach lessons on your show, like a Mr. Rogers type of thing?
Yes, especially when it comes to kids. You know, because some of them shows I see, them kids, some of that stuff is not right. Even though it's acting and all that. But don't get them to that stage where they feel like they get...
We're out of time!
All right.
You know how they get old and they think they know everything.
Yes, well, coming this fall, The Miles Show. Please check it out.
Yahoo.
A new season series premiere.
Right.
I don't know what time yet, but okay, we're going to go into our next song. This is a title track by Genesis. Anyone a big Genesis fan?
Oh, I heard
Other
of
than
them.
myself?
I heard of them.
That's Phil Collins solo work. Get out of here. Okay, well, this is a title track. This was a #1 hit for them off their album, Invisible Touch. So stick around here on the Soundhouse. All right. We are back here on the Soundhouse. That is Invisible Touch. Okay, that's from Genesis, their #1 hit from, I think, 1986, I
It was
think.
a #1 hit. Never heard it before.
Oh, well, you
why it's
should.
number
Well,
one.
now you listen to it, you can go buy the album. Let's
Right
see.
about now, you probably get it for $1.
True. Okay, so let's see. Our next segment is being conducted by Greg.
Let's do it, Greg.
Yeah, and so I think you got some news to talk about this week, Greg?
Yeah. Okay. New Zealand, they legalized gay marriage.
Really?
So like it's like a 3-1 win for them.
Why is it 3-1?
Cause they tried it like 2 other times.
Would that be a 2-1?
Yeah, maybe.
It's just like they voted on it.
Yeah, it was passed. It's 77 votes in favor, 44 against. It's like a score.
In
like
baseball.
You like baseball, Greg?
Yeah, like baseball's fun.
Sound like one of them
favorite
college
sport?
sports.
Yeah, kind of.
Right. What else you got, Greg?
Well, so far no arrests have been made in Boston Marathon attack. You guys have anything to say about that?
Yeah, that was I was hearing a news today that they found somebody, but then they took that back. Whoever first put it out.
I think it's way too early to find anybody.
Yeah, well, I guess they have a few suspicious. You might have seen it on Facebook. There's like people on top of buildings.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
what.
I
They
saw
could have
those-
just been like photographers because Boston Marathon. Dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I think
I
it's
think-
way too fast to
I
make
think
any
they
assumptions.
I think they should like wait till everything get settled down and really start looking for who they're looking for. Just not throwing out names.
No conspiracies or
Because
anything.
you don't want people to start assuming things because that's a bad thing to do. Mm-hmm. Especially if they got you thinking that they found the guy and the people that really did it still on the loose out there. Mm-hmm. So you got to be careful what you do out there, especially in a situation like that. From what I heard, they said that the way the bomb went off, it was set to cripple people, because it was like at
It was lower.
lower leg levels, like all them nails and stuff. Attack your legs and everybody be like, wheelchair bound or something, because they would talk about that from the way that the explosion happened. It wasn't like high up; it was just lower.
I think it's actually good that nobody, that al-Nusra or al-Qaeda, they haven't claimed it as theirs, because then that would be a direct attack. This is probably just some...
I think it was some American, yeah.
Yeah, because
just like that guy
no matter what, it's still an act on terrorism.
A terror attack, them guys will tell you in a heartbeat, yeah, we did it.
Yeah, very
And they're not afraid to, admit it. You know?
Which, this is probably just some... All right, anything else for us, Greg?
The Star Wars actor Lee Parman. Oh, no, he didn't die. Yeah, Admiral Modi.
Oh, man, he was my favorite.
Yeah, he was 68.
Oh, man.
68?
You guys don't know him, right?
Yeah, the Chinese guy on Star Wars. I mean, what, Star Trek or something?
Star Wars. Is that
Never
right,
seen
Greg?
Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars?
You've never seen Star Wars?
Even I think that's pretty
haven't.
low.
Yeah, sorry, Greg.
No,
it's cool. But we're 2-1 now.
Even back to Star
Wars. He's the guy that, when Darth Vader was I find your lack of faith disturbing. And the dude's like, I don't care. And he chokes the crap out of him.
Oh, yeah.
And he
That's the guy that said, who took my Chinese rice? Where's my rice? Who took the rice?
Admiral Modi. And I'm pretty sure he was
what
the
he
one
died from?
driving the AT-AT.
But what did he die from? Anybody know?
Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay, we're going to be transferring over to another Miles a Minute segment.
Yay. My turn.
Oh,
Why
Queenie's
y'all
turn.
keep picking on that man?
Ready?
Yes.
Because you are the man.
Okay, Miles.
Talk to me, Chris.
What was the last thing you dreamed about?
Put a minute on the clock! The last thing I dreamed about? It was last night, being a football player.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Tell me about it.
That's pretty cool.
I used to play football back in the days, and, when I listened to the NFL games, I used to play middle linebacker, and I used to always wanted to be like Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, I like him.
One of the most devastating linebackers you ever seen, hungry. Because I always thought of football as like my lunch.
Uh-huh.
I see a running back with the ball, I say, that guy got my lunch. I'm going to run him down.
That works.
Yeah.
And you eat it.
I would chase my lunch,
Eat
too.
him up, too. Put it down. Don't ever touch that again. And when a quarterback about to throw, I said, you ain't throwing my sandwich away.
Damn
Body
right.
slam him.
Is that what were you actually chasing your lunch in your dream, or were you chasing football?
No, I was chasing, I had a dream that I ran around the corner one day and fell into a hard road. And when I looked up, a slice of onions and tomatoes fell on top of it. That was a crazy dream.
Okay, well, we do have a few more Miles a Minutes coming up, but I think right now, Weenie has some viral videos that she'd like to share with us.
Yes, I do.
There she goes, still ain't paid that phone bill.
Damn, Weenie, now it's 3-1.
In chocolate rain, some stay dry.
My love, my love. I'm gonna give you
in my pants. What do you got for us today?
Okay. Well, unfortunately, as we were just talking about, the biggest event was the Boston Marathon.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And 2 bombs were set off near the finish line, hurting not only runners, but mainly supporters of the race. Associated Press put up their video titled Raw Boston Explosion Caught on Video, which was an amateur video, maybe from someone's cell phone or something like that. Mm-hmm. And it happened to catch both bombs going off, and it shows firsthand the people's reactions and the sounds and everyone running and, the smoke forming and the boom and all sorts of people trying to run over and help and move in the barricade. So the video Raw Boston Explosion Caught on Video has reached 340,300 views on YouTube so far. Mm-hmm. And that's the video that you've probably seen on the news, where it shows a guy in the background and he's just like, oh God, oh my God, we've been attacked. And have you guys even watched the news this week?
Yeah. Especially after that.
Especially what they said about the little boy that died. They said he came down to hug his father at that finish line. When he got to the finish line, he went to hug his father, and then the explosion happened. Mm-hmm. That's why he died right there.
Yeah, I don't know, but that's something. It's a creepy video. It is creepy. It looks. You saw it, right?
Yeah, it did.
It is creepy. It looks almost surreal, but the whole tragedy is surreal.
It's gonna be a long time before they lay that down, especially with you being there when it happened like that.
Yeah.
Just the slightest sound can make you. Right now, shake you up.
Yeah. But on a lighter note, we have a great video in the 4th spot this week called The Evolution of Music, which shows an a cappella group of 4 guys and 1 girl demonstrating the progression of music from the 11th century, then moving from decade to decade all the way up to the 2010s.
Really?
Sound
If
like
that's
us.
even what it's called, 2010s.
That sound like
What
us.
songs were they playing from all the way
Well,
back
it's an
then?
amazing performance, and they hit every note and every beat and make it sound really beautiful. The piece includes iconic songs like Bugle Boy, La Bamba, Stand By Me, Respect, Bohemian Rhapsody, Thriller, Hit Me Baby One More Time, Hey Ya, I Kissed a Girl, and Call Me Maybe, and it's really cool, actually. I don't know if you've probably seen those mix-ups where they just put, like, all the songs together. It's kind of like that, but it's really interesting. They literally do, like, 11th century music, just
Where
with their
can you find
word
this at?
voices. It's on YouTube, yeah. The group is called Pentatonics, and they're on tour, and their video called The Evolution of Music has got 1,230,500 views so far.
Whoa.
Yeah. And now Dove is known for their strong campaigns for women about loving your body and the skin you're in. And being who you are. The most recent campaign is called Real Beauty Sketches, and you've probably seen some ladies share it on Facebook because I've heard a lot of people talking about this all week. Dove hired a professional forensic sketch artist, and women were asked to get to know another woman while waiting in the waiting room. And one woman would sit down with a barrier between the artist and them, and then they would describe how they think they look. And the woman would say things like they have a protruding chin, a chubby face, and big lips. And then when asked to describe the other woman they met, that they would say things like, oh, she had a nice smile, bright eyes, and pretty hair, and stuff like that. So at the end of the experiment, the woman and they're showed. At the end of the experiment, the women are showed the drawing that they described, and the other woman's drawing. And the concept is that we're much harder on ourselves, and we like glorify other people because the drawings made them look like fatter and unhappier and just not as nice, you know.
It seems like that's all the women today is into beauty now. It's all about beauty.
Yeah, exactly. It's just the message is that we're much more beautiful than we think. So
Right.
Dove's Real Beauty Sketch has reached almost 3,500,000 views, and I'm sure that's still on the rise.
It's a state of mind thing. That's all.
Yeah, and again, the Boston Globe released the same video, but just on their own channel of the explosions at the Boston Marathon. And for them, for the Boston Globe, they reached 15,818,000 views. And then for the #1 video, what's YouTube without Psy? The Asian pop singer is trying to make it back on the charts and already holds the #1 spot on YouTube.
Isn't it Gentleman?
With their next hit, Gentleman.
Yeah,
yes.
I saw that today, actually.
The music video is pretty much just as stupid as Gangnam Style, and the song sounds like Gangnam Style, only worse. And it has more stupid dancing that everyone's probably going to catch on to, and him in a little suit wearing his glasses, and good-looking Asian chicks doing ridiculous things.
Right. Isn't it just like flipping your shoulders, something like that?
It's just stupid. I think he's wearing a skirt, too, at one point.
Listen, if the Holland Shake can get it off, he can get that off, too.
I know. I really didn't. The song literally sounds like Gangnam Style, just like worse. So I don't know. The video Gentleman has already taken over YouTube with 122,175,100 views.
It's like anything selling out there.
Personally, I just really hope that it doesn't take over the radio.
But it needs to reach 1 billion views for Psy to reach credibility. 1 billion. Because Gangnam Style has 1 billion views.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
So 100 million is nothing compared to that guy.
Where this guy came from?
South Korea. But since we're on the topic
and they
of
still
music,
talk about like sexy ladies.
since we're on the topic of music, let's go to our next music break. This is a #1 hit, another #1 hit by Bruce Hornsby, one of his debut albums. It's the title track from The Way It Is album. We're back here on the Soundhouse. We are back here on the Soundhouse. That was, of course, The Way It Is by Bruce Hornsby and The Range, a #1 hit. I think another #1 hit from 1986. But anyway,
It's just the way
that's the way it is, and this is the way we are. We're going to go into our next segment. I think it's time now for Weenie of the Week.
The week.
I was late because I went to go get some chicken wings. That's why I was late.
Because without the hot sauce, the wings
We never
don't
stop
mean
thinking about new ways to harm our country and our people, and neither do we.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Who's the Weenie of the Week this week?
This week's Weenie of the Week is flavored vodka. Yeah. because although flavored vodka has been #1 in the market since 2011, it's heading a little off trail. The Huffington Post gathered some of the worst flavors of vodka and tried some of Smirnoff's new flavors from the sherbet line with raspberry pomegranate, mango passion fruit, and lemon, and they say that it just reminded them of cough syrup, ring pops, and bathroom cleaner.
That's nice.
And these were the new flavors they introduced?
Those were some of Smirnoff's new flavors, yeah.
Okay.
But they made a list of some of the worst flavors out there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have that list?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay.
I like lists. I like sports charts.
Greg, shut up. Weenie, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, well, the brand Van Gogh, they made a peanut butter and jelly flavor vodka.
Uh-oh, toast.
Oh, wow, that sounds...
Is that on toast or wheat bread?
Nasty!
Yeah, I wouldn't, I guess maybe you would mix it with, like, a milk or... I have no idea, but... That one had mixed reactions. That wasn't one of the worst. This one, coming from Alaska, they have smoked salmon flavored vodka.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. So, what do you think about that?
Was the salmon done?
Salmon?
Yeah, smoked salmon. Vodka. Now, I really can't imagine how you would drink that. I can't.
Salmon. Ooh.
Yeah.
I don't even eat salmon, let alone drink it.
I like mine
salmon, but
I like mine with rice and onions.
I love salmon, but they also have dill pickle flavored vodka.
Dill pickle?
Dill pickle, like the Rugrats character?
No, silly.
Oh,
The actual
he's
pickle.
named after the pickle.
Yeah.
Since we found ourselves in a pickle.
Right.
Is this serious?
They also have wasabi flavored vodka.
Wasabi.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
That might be interesting in like a Bloody Mary, but I can't really see it in anything else.
Wasabi, Wu-Tang Clan, good stuff.
What was it again?
Wasabi.
I'm good. How are you?
King Wasabi? King Wasabi?
They also have bacon flavored, which is pretty popular. Bacon is, if anything's having a good year, it's bacon. But I don't know. Apparently the vodka isn't
I
that
like
good.
to eat bacon.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think drinking it would be
They
healthy.
also have hemp seed flavored, which is very odd.
Oh, gee.
And then they also have the ones that a lot of people have tried: bubblegum, marshmallow, cotton candy, whipped cream, root beer, cupcake, and
So they say
But
which one's selling?
they say if you want to drink a cocktail and have it make it taste good, don't bother putting all that artificial stuff in it, and actually drink it for what it is.
Do they say which one is the best seller?
No.
No.
No,
Because they all
those
suck.
they all suck.
Okay, so I think Smirnoff is this week's weenie.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Of course.
weenie.
Across the border, weenie.
Reminds me of a sports channel. I like
Shut
it.
up. Okay, well, actually, Greg, I'm glad that you talked because it's time for our Miles a Minute segment, and you're up.
I'm up.
That's right, weenie.
Yep,
Oh,
'cause
man.
This segment
I
is
think it's Dan's turn.
It's Dan's turn, but he's going to ask you a question along with Miles. So, Greg, you can chime in at any time.
All right, great. So this goes out to Greg and Miles. Eventually, scientists have developed genetically engineered meat. We will be able to grow meat. You won't have to kill the animals. You could just grow it in some basement somewhere with a crystal
No way.
meth.
No way.
Put a minute on the clock! Miles, how do you feel about that? You wouldn't be eating something that's grown in a basement somewhere?
You must be on some serious drugs. I ain't eating nothing that growing meat.
Wow, does that mean like the Izod Center when you go to like a game, they're gonna have that like genetically?
So you mean to tell me I can go in my basement? You can mean to tell me I can go in my backyard, get some seeds, plant a bourbon?
They're not going to be seeds. It's not exactly a plant, but you won't be able to grow it in the same fashion. I don't know if you water it or whatnot.
Well, if it could turn out to be a veggie burger, I'm with it.
All right.
If Charles Barkley endorses it, then I'll eat it.
There go Greg again. No more drinks for that guy. He's the vodka man. But that don't make no sense, growing meat. How you gonna grow it?
It's the magic of...
And who's gonna feed it?
Greg,
who's gonna take care of it?
Greg, you're definitely going to cook some pigs in a blanket, right?
Pigs in a blanket.
If that's the case, you probably sit there all day.
Just kick back, but pigs in a blanket and some flavored Smirnoff, dill pickle flavored.
Yeah, reach over and grab a piece of meat.
By pigs in a blanket, you mean the Pittsburgh Steelers, right?
Okay, whatever. Okay, well, we're going to head into our final music break. This is a title track from an album going a little further back in the Motown era, from Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, called Going to a Go-Go. We'll be right back here on the Soundhouse.
Denver Nuggets.
All right, we are back here on the Soundhouse. That was, of course, Going to a Go-Go by Smokey Robinson and the Miracles.
And he went to the gown house, too.
Yep. Well, we're reaching the end of our show now, but Greg's been dying to say something this whole time. Greg, what have we been wanting to say this whole time?
Yeah, no, I just got a cool quote from Mike Tyson. He was the boxer, and here it is. It's, I want to rip out his heart and feed it to...
That's not funny.
I want to kill...
Greg, keep it together, man.
What is it so that we can go?
Yeah, it's Mike Tyson. He's just a little weird. I want to rip out their stomachs and eat their children. Mike Tyson.
That's
or Michael Jordan.
He had too much lunch.
Greg, come on, this was serious.
Just play, have fun, enjoy the game. That's Michael Jordan.
I like that one better.
Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
Hey,
that was a positive ending.
Greg, I think you should listen to Christine. Leave that bologna and stuff alone.
Yeah, you won't be seeing that in Christine's backyard anytime soon.
Maybe it's going to be genetically engineered bologna.
All right. Well, then that's going to end us for here on the Soundhouse. For everyone here, I'm Tyler G. Daniels. Thanks a lot for being here.
It was nice being here with you too, fellas.
I see you guys. 4-3, Denver Nuggets.
Bye, Wendy.